Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Once again, for those who have joined us. And there are always those that are seen, and there are always those that are unseen. And there are always those that are unseen and seen but don't wish to be seen. All right, so there are three, we've categorized them. So you could say, well, how much truth is in that? Because we are individuals who are conditioned into reality. Let's see what's happening here, right? Sorry, I don't know what's happening. Don't know whether that's going out or not, but anyway, here we are. Reality, yeah? Pointing out how your reality can change. All right, so seen, unseen, those who are seen but wish to remain unseen. So that's a greeting that I started with when we began. So the seen is all that you visibly and sensorily, in terms of your senses, you're able to perceive. And so our reality, as we see it, we are. Does your reality take place outside? Or does your reality take place inside? Question one. When you close your eyes or when you go to sleep, what happens to your reality? So if you see your reality, my reality, your reality, as a reality that's built upon, let's say, families, human beings, being alive, able to eat stuff, able to feel pain, able to feel anger, able to express love, able to create. These are attributes of our life, are they not? This is what we call being alive. What happens to it when you go to sleep? Where do those relationships go? Do they exist? Is this your reality then? So what's your reality then? And you begin to realize, can't count on one or the other to be truth. Yeah? Because there is then a reality in between that. So here's your awakened reality, Jagat, where most of us are kind of half awake. The other awakening bit is the awakening that all traditions talk about. That's the other bit, but here we're kind of halfway through. Then we have the dream state, in which we can do stuff that we can't do in this reality. We can go and visit friends. We can go through walls. We can run with the animals. We can go anywhere we want. And we are conscious of it. And we can cultivate that reality and make it lucid, meaning that we take control of that reality. We can direct that reality. We can make it go from one part of the world to the other, right? We can make it do things that nothing else can do. And that's lucid dreaming. And there are ways to do that, to train yourself to do that. Yeah, there are very easy ways to do that, but there are ways to train that. But even that isn't complete reality, is it? Now you just shifted into a different state of being. So that's your dream reality. And then you go into your sleep reality, in which you're not dreaming. You're not awake of the sensory stuff going on. You have no awareness of it. Consciousness has become reduced, let's call it that. And you are now in this third state, which is the sleep state. Dreamless, Karan, causal. And all of us experience that. So tell me which one of these three is your reality. See, once we begin to break it down, which one is the real one? Because they all occupy the same amount of time. Really, same amount of time. Some dreams are when you're awake and you get caught in the dreams that others are making. The bug's going to come. You can't breathe without this. You can't get food without that. A reality. It's just being created. It's a dream. It's a nightmare. And we get engaged in it. And we get pulled in it. So within our awake state, we become virtual. We can become virtual. We can become animated to play a role. And that role can be of anything. It makes no difference. But it is a virtual entity. It's a virtual reality. It's so when we begin to look at what is reality, your subjective experience, what do you think it is? Because no matter what I say, the experience has to be yours. And meditation takes you to that. It takes you from the awake state to the dream state. That's your mental stuff. So awake is sensory, body, mind. So when we do our body scan, we look at the first part, the first shell, the first, just think of it as a shell, which has a skeleton, right? So it's a shell. We become aware of it as best as we can. Then we go and we look at the inner space, the antkaran. This is your dream space. And we begin to look at what are the thoughts doing? You're aware of the dream. What are the thoughts doing? How do I feel? Two components of the inner world, vibration and frequency. The emotional tone plus the thought creates this energy. That's now your creative force. So we look at that, we step behind that. And we look at the emotions, again, our inner space. So we check out the mind, the desire mind normally, the monkey mind, call it whatever you want, and then the emotional component, the emotional space that we all have, just the feel. And then we move towards this stillness, and that's the bell. This is awareness. Now, in this awareness, you're in the sleep state, but the difference is you're awake. You have moved into the deep sleep state, but you know you're there. Unlike when you're asleep and you don't know you're asleep. And as this becomes more and more grounded, this reality exposes the falseness of all the other three. Because all of those change. But this one is being awake. Yeah? So you're awake even when you're dreaming. So when someone has a Kundalini experience, they can't go to sleep. Even when they're sleeping, they can see themselves asleep. Why? Because consciousness has been moved from this body enclosed, embodied space into this other space, in which it becomes aware, but it's in Turiya. So this is like the fourth state. So you asked, what is reality? It isn't this, as it's changing. So reality, let's define reality, one other criteria. Let's define reality as that which does not change. Only that can be real, can it? No? That which does not change must be real. Unless it's, otherwise it's not. Yeah. Have to agree on that. The fundamental nature of what is real is that which doesn't change. And then you realize everything changes. But the one that's watching seems to be the same. Seems to be the same. And therefore, that must express something about your reality, which is still untainted completely open, like a mirror, watching everything, engaged when it wants to be, but most of the time just enjoying the show. Yeah, a different kind of reality. So I think now meditation is needed to take you out of the virtual realities that have the emotional impact, which is where most of the stuff is at the moment. Okay, shall we go through our journey on reality? Yeah? Okay. Good. We got more people watching us online, I think. So, as usual, adjust your posture. So our focus is today to try our utmost, however you feel that is, to know your reality. And your reality simply means basically the subjective experience that you are having that doesn't change. That seems to have a quality of changelessness. Yeah. So you want to find something that doesn't change within you. So begin first by changing your posture. And then just taking a note of your posture. And let's look at our sensations that are present within our posture, within this physical body that we have awareness of. So we can notice that there are sensations which are dominant. For example, where we are sitting. And we can notice that from this sensations, we can allow our awareness to flow down our thighs, looking for sensations. And then from our knees, we move down towards our ankles, again, looking for sensations. And you will notice that there are constant sensations that may be very minute. The tingling, the awareness, the sensing. And it's constantly shifting, it's constantly changing, which is how you know it's there. And then from your ankles, you can notice that there are sensations on the soles of your feet. Now bring your focus back to the chair or the seat you're on. Again, remember your focus is to know that which doesn't change. And as you move, noticing the back is straight and upright, you move your awareness from the bottom up towards your middle back. Moving it up to your shoulder blades. And then as you hold your focus there, becoming aware of your sensations, moving your focus now down towards your elbows, wrists, and fingers. Notice the palms. And as you hold your awareness at your palms, see if there's any change taking place within your hands. Notice what you sense. Moving your awareness now towards your eyes. Now becoming aware of the fact that you can see behind your eyelids. There's a capacity of knowing. There is a knowing that you're able to see, become aware. And thoughts may fleet by. You have awareness of constant change. So your field of vision may change, but the seer remains the same. Notice that you can move your awareness towards the back, all the way to the back of your head. You can have awareness. How awareness is different from seeing. As you breathe out, relaxing your eyes, moving towards your mouth. Notice the tongue. Allow it to relax. Allow it to change. Once again, noticing that everything that you are focusing on has an element of change. And we are seeking that which doesn't change. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth. And as you breathe out, relaxing your face. And as you sense your body, notice that there is a breath. And as the breath comes in and out, there are subtle changes taking place in the body. Just bringing some awareness to what's going on. The subtle change. Then moving your focus to the bottom of your nose and begin to watch your breath. Notice how the change starts when the breath comes in, stops, and the change starts as the breath goes out, stops. See if you can notice that. Following your breath in, following your breath out. Notice the change. As the breath comes in, it gets shorter. As the breath goes out, it gets shorter. Breath moving in, breath moving out. Notice the change. That's all you want to be aware of, not thinking about it, but as best as you can, hold your focus, knowing, having awareness of the changing nature of this moment, allowing yourself to experience it. Don't need to hold on to anything. Allowing your awareness to penetrate this change, to become one with the change. Breath moving in, breath moving out. Stay with your breath. Notice how the breath comes in and there's a change around your chest. Holding your focus now around your chest. Notice how the breath moves in and this part of the body expands. And as the breath moves out, how it relaxes. Once again, just being aware of the change. And notice even the change that it's going through has a rhythm. And as the chest expands and relaxes, there are sensations within the body. Some are very subtle. See if you can notice them. Notice the change. Moving your focus gently back beneath your nose and once again tuning into the breath. Notice that while your focus was at the heart, the breath continued to change. And as your focus is held at your breath, everything around you continues to change. And all we're focusing on is the change. Stay with the breath. Notice how the breath changes as it comes in. How the in-breath is different from the out-breath. There's a different quality to it. Does your in breath feel the same length as your out breath? Do they feel the same? Does your in breath feel faster than the out breath? And as you follow your out breath all the way till the end, and it stops, notice there's a moment when everything seems changeless. Following your out breath all the way till the end, noticing that gap. Stay with your breath, following your out breath all the way till the end. Notice how the sound of your breath changes as it comes in and as it goes out. Try to listen to the in-breath as it comes in, out-breath as it goes out. On your next breath out, opening your awareness to all the sounds around you. And when you notice a sound, there is a start, middle, end to a sound. All sounds around you are constantly changing. Simply listening, no judgment, no commentary, no trying to work anything out, just listening. And as you listen, bringing to your awareness all the various changes that are going on around you. And then follow the change of this bell. Following the sound, see if you can notice that changeless silence at the end. Awareness to your experience. Notice how your awareness is now beyond the physical body. So you can have awareness of your sensations. You can have awareness of your thoughts, your awareness of your emotions, and you also have awareness of the peace. Notice while sounds around you are changing, as is every cell in your body, as is the breath right this moment, as are your thoughts, your emotions. Yet the one that's watching remains unchanging. Becoming aware, realizing the awareness within you. Notice how this awareness is experienced through the absence of time, just as you would be asleep. Absence of fear, absence of anger, absence of hate, as you would be in deep sleep. You're not doing anything. Everything is happening as it needs to happen, moment by moment, self creating. Yet the experiencer remains the same, while the experiences keep changing. Bringing your focus back to your breath and just sitting with your breath. Take a moment. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness once again to your body. Notice the stillness, the silence within the body, of the body. Bringing your focus towards the sensations of your body. Sitting in the same place, sensations still exist. Sensing your thighs, moving down towards your ankles and your feet, simply to allow ourselves to come back to our physical existence, the current dream we're having. Navigate ourselves in. Notice that your back is straight and upright, shoulders, arms, hands, comfortable, safe, warm. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed, and the face is relaxed. And we begin to observe this phenomenon of life as the breath comes in, how the body responds, all by itself, while you simply watch. And as you watch the rhythm and the play, notice the absence of suffering and the presence of joy. Joy in just knowing. Take a moment to intentionally bring a smile to yourself. Notice the changes within you, giving gratitude to this moment. Presence is the prayer. Nothing needs to be said. When you hear the next bell, using this bell to draw a few deep breaths in, and then gently opening your eyes when you're ready.